It's kind of like the tier
They're
2,
very
tier 3
region-locked.
of the Asian region. So yeah, you're going to say like the better the percentages over there with the Huns, but obviously the quality of the wins I think falls on the bait side for me.
Well, I think I'm always excited about Mongolian teams because the last major, the runners-up were Mongolian. The Mongols just kind of came out of nowhere with some of these players and obviously very quickly rose to the top of the Counter-Strike world.
They captured our hearts, Dinko.
They did.
They captured our hearts.
And I think we're all waiting for the next ones as well, right? Because Mongolia has obviously shown that they have there's something cooking over there.
Well, you know what? I'll just say something too. Like this might be a little bit crazy, maybe a little out of turn, but if I'm one of those Huns players and I just saw Senzu kind of step back from the team, I'm like, man, if I have a baller major, I might be able to get picked up on that other Mongolian squad.
Might be. Well, let's see if that will end up happening here for the Huns. They go straight away into what is going to be a heavy A plate. Cobra with the opener.
Nothing really to delay, no Molotov, no smoke, it's all NPL. Everyone else is hustling over, but NPL needs to get something done. Take the point of the attack away. The rest of the defense is arriving though, and they can push through the smokes.
That's essential. Now coming over, Shadow spotted, start of the wall. Bartak sidelines him with the Glock, scoring Cobra following up, and Huns bombard the A bomb site. Not a single kill on this pistol round picked up from B8. And you can hear the Huns celebrating, at least we can, down the hall, Jason.
Yeah, that's absolutely disgusting pistol round. No, I don't even know if B8 landed any shots with those USPs. Glocks were just absolutely magnificent. Really, really well done. I believe B8 played one of the first games. I think they actually played the first game of the day. So it's been a while since they've come back in. Might be a little bit cold to start.
Probably feels like 2 days have passed since that game went down.
I was there, Gandalf.
Absolutely. Well, coming into the second round, they don't have a force buy. Should be a nice and easy 2-0 lead for the Huns. We were just talking about this, what feels like a couple of minutes ago when we were saying that Rare Adam got off to the 3-0 lead.
That's the thing you always got to be concerned about, or not concerned, but just keep your eye on. It's like, yeah, great, you win the pistol, probably going to win the second round as well, but when you see such a...
Probably being the
not
operative
converting
word.
the second round. It's unarmored USPs, though, but now there's one Galil in play, and they picked up another AK-47. If you're B8, you're going for this 100%.
Yeah, I don't know how they've made... You could just save the AK.
I'll take back the 100% call. I was thinking the same thing. They might just save the AK and the Galil and say that's free cash for the next one. But if you get one of these kills really early on in the retake...
I mean, you could just use those USPs to try and further the damage you've already inflicted upon the Huns.
Yeah, they're going to look for the exits. Although risking the AK-47, I'm sure you'd love to keep that for the next.
There's head trick. And he's dead. So that AK's gone. Not really feeling that, to be honest. But if you can get another one, there you go. It's all right. There's 2 headshots. There's an AK-47.
Oh, my Lord.
And they only keep 1 player up. Now, reminder, that was all 5 USPs.
All 5 USPs.
They don't get an AK, though.
They get 3 kills out of it. Yeah, Kenzazor ran away from the bomb. I think the bomb must have blown the AK-47 into a place that he just didn't know where it went. Didn't do any kind of hunting down the stretch. Yeah, it could have been much better with an AK or 2 saved into the next round, but you know what? I think you're still going to be pleased.
I don't think you complain about it.
No,
when you've done that much damage, everybody from Huns goes down. You've got them on breaking point already. If you win this round as the CT side, Huns are going to have a half buy in the next round.
Yeah, it's that early reversal of the economy that's so painful to deal with from the T side in the early stages. Utility out towards elbow, smoke broken open. Hedrick looking for information, a little bit of spam through. Great damage, 69, but NPL grabs one back. Traded into a 4-on-4.
Central taking some damage through the wall.
I think he's okay with that in that cave position as well. It's such a good position for keeping track of information and counting numbers and counting utility that drops and all those nice things. So even with the MP9 and taking some damage to the boards, I think he's going to be happy to just say, yeah, there's still one more player here, still someone just kind of hanging around. So the defense is going to start getting mobile and aggressive. Shift back towards middle to activate this little peek, this swing, this reposition from NPL. They're coming above them, though. They want to transition to the A bomb site, it feels.
Oh, MPL, sneak attack, goes back down into fight. Elbow sees the second player there as well. And that peek out by Bartak, winning the duel. There's no fallback from MPL. And look at Nine's reaction. He's moved out and taken space in towards the A bomb site. He's already behind the big box.
Yeah, Hedrick is dead, actually. This could just easily be around for the Huns. And this is great. Oh, I love the trigger discipline. You're going to have to kill him before he goes in towards A main. You don't want him to escape to your teammate, so a nice find. If he were to stick around, though, Nine could have just chilled, called his teammates over, and taking the frag at the perfect moment. So B8 hustling to recover the scenario, but they've lost track so much of the Huns.
All right, so the worst case scenario was Huns losing this round, being sent back to pistols. That's not the case, though. Some great plays from some of the individuals here. Some risks being taken, but working out for the Huns, and they're now 3-0 up with B8, the best case scenario being essential, saving this M4.
Yeah, and Huns, this is lovely for them because they avoid that pain point of losing all the money. So now you just get to hang out, you get to have a good time. Another round that you get to go into next where you have the advantage in terms of weaponry. I think this round is lost. That kind of aggressive play in middle from NPL, kind of set up with his teammate over in Red Room. Once he goes down, his teammate rotates over to the B bomb site after that initial kill, and then all of a sudden that's where the bomb was, but there's no one else to cover that A bomb site. I think this is just a brilliant read of the situation from 9, and a great double kill in the round from him to secure that A bomb site for his team. Huge impact.
Well, I'm feeling, based on how the initial few rounds have gone here, that there is an opportunity where Huns are going to give B8 a lot of problems here on Ancient.
And I mentioned that this B8 team seems like one of the squads that's more susceptible to tilting. That round you just played where 9 lurks all the way back towards big box and gets that round can be very tilting, so we'll keep an eye on them.
Yeah, their mental, we've seen it collapse many times. Frustration have definitely come through. Zeralt is going to be the first victim of the round. Essential going to be happy about that. Utility grabbing the opener.
Yeah, Molotov 2 HE grenades on his position, softens him up, and that's a little, little ambitious from Cobra stepping through that smoke.
Certainly hasn't worked out. Sometimes ambition bites you in the ass. And we've got 9 moving in towards A main. Hetrick going to take a bite out of him. So that's the round.
Yeah, the bummer for this, if you're the Huns, is like this is way too easy a round win for B8. When they're still a little bit sore on their economy, light on utility, you still have them in a really, really precarious position, and you kind of give them a freebie back into the half, back into the game. So yeah, B8 had a chance with those plenty of kills in the second round to kind of get started early in round 3, but this is now just going to be playing out like a standard half, right? 4th round, those guns come out for the CT side, they win the round, and the Huns, they don't have a lot left to buy back into.
Yeah, you see that damage may not have affected them in the previous round, but it certainly will in the next. Important to hang on to some of these weapons. They are actually starting to move forward towards B. If they walk out, it's a big trap laid for them.
I think you just save, no? At 25 seconds, if you haven't done anything in this 2v5, like there's no reason to go risk them. So should be what is going to be 3-1. B8 get their first round on the board. Importantly, no one dies. No one even takes a point of damage. You've got the AWP in play, which is a nice little benefit to have. Yeah, I'm not even sure why you're exposing yourself to this kind of a situation, to be honest with you. Now, there's no reason for B8 to hunt. They don't have money built up on their side either, so no motivation in that regard. But you still took an unnecessary risk.
Yeah, you did, but weren't punished for it. So 5 players stay alive. B8 didn't have the money to really hunt down and go all out, no mercy. So they'll hang on to their weapons. And that's really a great start from Essential, who gets the initial kill with utility, then pushes down the B ramp, and Cobra obviously coming through the door, as you said, over ambitious, ends up going down. This is the opener, as Zeralt just getting naded and burned. Essential catching Cobra, making a wild maneuver. You feel pressured to make a play when you're that A main player and you lost 2 over towards B.
Oh, sure. Well, let's see if Hetrick can get his AWP going in this. If he can get that roll, and that can be a very cool thing, a cool piece for the B8 side of things, moving around the map, making them pay for every step they want to take. Obviously, we saw the utility find the opening kill in the previous round with the Molotov and HEs burning down a Huns player. 3-1. In round 5, and we'll see if Huns can do what Rare Adam could in another team from the Asian region, which is break that economy and break that momentum early and prevent B8 from getting up to a critical mass. Elbow smoke lands. No red room smoke coming out from the Huns instantly. They might be going for a mid play.
We got Essential charging his way down the B lane. It's going to be another opening kill here from Essential. So he's feeling very good about himself at the moment. Back-to-back rounds, an opener from Essential. He found the follow-up in the previous. Can he do it again here?
Oh, that's so scary, though. He's spamming it to the end of his mag. I'm almost kind of surprised. I think Cobra didn't really have it in his brain to make the play through the smoke, but
Especially because he just got punished for a smoke push in the previous round. You
True,
don't want
that's
to
a
do
good
that
point.
again.
Yeah. Nice call back.
Well, he's got to wait behind the wall. Minute on the clock. Essential tucks himself up in the corner, happy with the work he's done.
Yeah, I like this. A strong defense from B8. Obviously, if there's pressure from B ramp, you can just double up in towards cave with relative safety and play for the post plant. You keep that position for your teammates when they rotate in. Hetrick's going to get smoked out. One flashbang through. He's got a teammate over in Donut. Excuse me, a nade to break it open. Doesn't break it all the way, but good information gathered.
Now they come into Kensazor. They're not really checking him, and Score's time to kill is ridiculously long. Kensazor gets away with one there.
Yeah, that second kill probably should have been traded for sure.
Hetrick, easy shot for him. Pressure's up. He's got some help. He doesn't even need it. So B8 with another round added to the tally, and these are 2 rounds where they don't lose a lot of players. In fact, none in this one. So this is now looking like a situation.
Lost one, lost Kensazor over Donut.
Okay,
eventually taken down, but that's it.
Yeah, so they lose a player. And so, yeah, you're getting a lot of money built up right now for B8. So this is starting to look pretty scary for the Huns.
Exactly what you wanted. It's a repeat of the match we just saw in Dust 2, right? As soon as Legacy got started, they built up cash very, very quickly. B8's on that same track right now, and importantly, a couple nice shots from Hetrick to close it out. So confidence building on the upper of the CT side can make things even more difficult for the Huns, who look like they're lining up for more of an eccentric play in this low-buy round.
I was just hoping you can maybe get out with an element of surprise. And now they go, so Hetrick's going to hear the steps, the jumping around. You know there's some presence today, main. Not the weapon to really stay fully committed, so Hetrick's going to go out for one peek and slowly creep back in as he doesn't feel the pressure on. Goes to the 5-7, realizing he's up against pistols, and he's going to still win out the duel against 9. So the rifle comes in for the cleanup. It's an extra frag, and in the end, another round for B8.
Okay, so 2 kills in the past 3 rounds for the Huns. That's all they've been able to do. So you've got a lot of cash. Hetrick 7,700, NPL 7,900. Essential after he buys down to 5,500. So a lot of cash for this CT side. So they're feeling comfortable at the moment. They've got economy to burn. If they're to lose a round, it's all good. They'll be able to buy in the next one.
Yeah, so that lead is completely gone now for the Huns.
Evaporated.
Got a 3-3 scoreline coming through. And B8 starting to play with a little bit of attitude as well. Cobra's on a Mac 10.
Ooh, I like this.
Well, the A main play.
Yeah, get NPL kind of, the op covers him as he slides up into the position, and he can find a timing to push. That's kind of like being a long defender on Dust 2. Just kind of wait in this spot to see if they're going to come in this direction, and then around the 1 minute mark, 50-second mark, you can start considering this, depending on what's happening around the map, if it's your time to go for a fast flank.
Smoke halfway down the ramp. Grenade gonna go in behind it. And Zeralt eating a lot of the shrapnel. 45 HP left to his name.
Just to keep track of it, you can see NPL still staying put in that advanced position towards A main, because all they've heard is spamming, right? This is just normal spamming coming over towards the B lane, so no need for him to kind of push. But now investigating around 55 seconds, a really good timing. Really good timing as Bartzak is just moving away from the position of keeping his eyes on this flank. Now it does open the fallback to A bomb site through middle. So NPL is going to shift and control this.
We got Alex. An essential. It really is only essential required now. Very much required though as Kensazor comes back in to equalize out the kills. It's now a 2v2, 23 seconds left. Kensazor can't get a further frag. So it all falls to NPL, and he's a long way off. Now only arriving on that CT rotation.
Yeah, Kensazor went for the round-winning play, and now he's put his teammate in a really weird place. NPL knows exactly where you've gone. Oh, he's got a smoke for it. This is going to be rough. Bomb is exposed to the position, though, so spam is a big deal.
Yeah, he's going to try and keep his head away from the spam shots. They're not going for it. He's just holding it.
Oh,
NPL
no.
just sticking it, and eventually at the last second, the Huns get it done.
Yeah, the smoke breaking with the bullets of the AK-47 might have just saved him. That looked a little bit odd, taking their time, setting up the boost. I was really worried.
There's like no way he just walks in
But,
and
I mean,
defuses.
it's actually crazy the Huns win this round. I mean, this is how it started, right? Essential with a double kill. Most times, 9 out of 10, that's going to be a round 1 with the bomb dropped in that situation. But the fact that they spotted NPL on the flank, and the fact that B8 knew it was going to be a B finish with 4 defenders essentially at the bomb site, still not able to make it work. Nice round win from the Huns.
Getting himself into the corner. Head trick. Oh
my
God, head ripped off. Now it's Essential standing on default, and you can see all the pressure is on him because he's checking towards Cave and the ramp. He's trying to catch up, but attack just can't do it. It's really important fight there from Kensasort. And we've now got MPL waiting out long, but he's about to be smoked out and flashed. So all that utility keeping him under pressure.
They can actually, pretty good spam, a little bit of damage. He can try and use this smoke, but not anymore, not with that kind of a push. Really good play from the Huns.
Yeah, Score making that flank as well through that A bomb site. He's now arriving towards CT spawn.
Oh, it's checkmate. They can't rotate back. Bomb is going to leave all the way through T spawn. The only play for B8 at the moment is if somehow they realize this is happening and Alex pushes over towards elbow. But now that he's pinned in by the AWP, he does not want to move. And Huns have just found a round win by positioning.
Yeah, they've got to fight your way out of this one if you're B8. You've got to somehow win this duel against Score.
The only way to win this round if you're B8 is if Score just completely blows this fight.
And he has.
Oh, no.
He's done it, Jason.
Oh,
he's blown it completely, and now the plant is coming in towards default.
The bomb is alone. You know the Opera was at the B bomb site. You know it's going to be Donut or A main at the end of the round. Oh, I cannot believe this is the situation they find themselves in.
They've got a smoke, they've got a flash, and they've got an HE grenade. A real chance to win this round out for B8 all of a sudden, down to that kill that Score was unable to collect. Will they put the utility in place? MPL's barrel spotted. Shot, baited out, 9, then takes the shot too early. That allows the MPL to move out into the open. Now the utility can go down. Now the pressure's on Huns as that defuse should begin right about now. It is being held, it is canceled. They need to get back on it, and this time they're gonna hold it all the way through. It is B8 denied at the final second from the no-scope of 9. It is the last second on that defusal. The Huns barely limping through it.
My brother, why did you get off the defuse? Did he get off?
He got no scope.
Oh, I know that, but it looked like
the first time. I have no idea.
Man, I know that's what I'm talking about. Is like, why did you stop it? It would have been over.
Let me see. I don't know why he felt pressure to get off the defuse the first time. But
and it's in a pistol. They used so many bullets on the spam. NPL didn't have the rifle out. What? Okay. Well, for a team that we mentioned a couple of times is really susceptible to the tilts, that one might push you right up to the edge, if not over it.
Oh, that is wild. Yeah, I would love to see why he felt the need to come off the first defuse because, yeah, he would have had it. Well, I mean, what a play from 9. You got to feel like a hero going out with a, I got 1 second, 1 no-scope, 1 opportunity, and he takes it.
That's a disgusting way to win a round.
That's some action move.
What a sequence as well between the Score, missed fight on holding off the flank to that no-scope, sealing it, stopping the defuse. Crazy. And just back to the Stone Age for B8's CT side. You have 1 single M4 in play. Other than that, it's pistols.
Brilliant. A very exciting game so far in this best of 1.
I mean, if you're the Huns and you're trying to paint a picture of how they would cause an upset in this match, I mean, you've got everything that you want to start out with,
right? You're doing it right now for sure.
You got the pistol round and the conversions. And now you've got a nice round here, a clutch scenario, kind of a miracle round, one that you probably shouldn't have won. You've broken the economy of B8 going into round 9. Everything set up very nicely for Huns to make this interesting. That's the bomb. Not a big deal because NPL is not going to cover. It doesn't have the resources, but now it's a big deal.
Well, Score walking in towards Essential.
Oh, my Lord.
And that 5-7 has grabbed an AK. And, yeah, Huns, you've given yourself a great chance in that last round where you've thrown it right back.
Look at where all the deaths have taken place, one by one.
Yeah.
No chance for a trade, no chance for any kind of a conversion, trying to take over Cave and Jaguar on your own, peeking up a ramp and just getting deleted. It's very deflating. And then on top of all that, look at the money at the bottom of the screen for the Huns. They're going to have to save in the next round as well.
That's the way this game has been so back and forth, right? It's been exciting, but it hasn't really been stable for any of the squads yet. Huns had an opportunity to stabilize, and they've kind of thrown it away. Hat trick. Going to be clear. They see the shin. They take the frag.
I mean, you can still win this, as crazy as that sounds, right? Like, you
Yeah,
can
you
still
can.
find a way to come back in this round. If you can get this bomb planted, good kill there. Another one, and you're right back in it.
Absolutely back in it. Bartak battering his way through them. It's now MPL all of a sudden, low HP, and they've won it, Jason. Surely there's no way in which MPL can pick this up now. He has no kit. He's got no utility left, and the Huns have somehow walked their way back into the round win.
Oh my God! If we did a survey of all the viewers right now, and we're like, in your matchmaking game, if your team,
are they? Yeah, we go, finally.
If your team lost a round like you did previously, and then had a 5-on-2 and lost that as well in the ensuing round, like how many of you would just be tilted off the planet?
I think most people would say very.
That's crazy to watch B8 drop those 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think they're going to feel that as well. You wouldn't be surprised to see complete collapse. If they lose this round, they have to go for a timeout. They have to figure it out because this is now going down a very slippery slope for B8.
This is why I mentioned before the map started, like the things I see out of B8 are more issues of inexperience because, yeah, they're losing these like rounds where you're just like, how is this even possible to drop this kind of a scenario? But they're putting themselves in such good positions. It's like 80% of the game has been fine and good, and then that last 20% of actually closing things out has been a bit of a mess.
Well, it feels like this round is breaking point for the mentality. An awkward, prolonged fight with both players blinded, and then Alex just moves in as the roll eventually gets his rifle ready. It's just nightmarish right now for B8.
It's actually just gotten so ridiculous in these past 3 rounds.
It's just chaos. Here we go. Third up.
Give it to
Third up. And finally, MPL able to come out on top.
Yeah, but now you know the information of where he shipped it off to. Peek from the bomb site. Kenzazor can't get anything done. You know NPL's over in cave. You don't even have to fight it. You don't have to do anything about him. Let him sit in cave.
Yeah, you got Hetrick and MPL 2v4. If MPL is unable to grab anything, the round is done. There's one. It's quick. It means MPL doesn't lose too much of his health. He had a second chance, unable to crack the whip. But Hetrick certainly will in middle, but still a long way off on this one.
Whip.
Whip. That was quite good.
That was good, actually. You sort of nailed that.
Through the whole building.
And you hit a high note. That's really well done.
Thank you. Well, Hetrick going to hang on to the AK. Now, we've got a 7-3 lead for Huns. Jason, are we believing in a Huns victory?
I think you have to. But, I mean, I think the question is more like, where do you put your faith in? Like, the Huns, like, continuing this run of form or like, B8, you know, continuing this collapse, right? Like, whichever way you want to look at it. B8's completely been knocked off their game.
I think we're looking at 7 rounds on T side of Ancient, probably more, right? 8 rounds, definitely possible. But every round seems losable. Like, I don't feel confident in any of these players right now in terms of there's just so many crazy individual moments like this one going down that it feels like every single round, every single situation is certainly losable or winnable, depending on the positive spin on it. But seems like Huns are having a little bit more fun.
Yeah, dude, look at the rounds they're winning. Of course you're having fun. That's the most fun in Counter-Strike is winning impossible rounds over your opponents and just laughing about it.
Knowing that they're just spewing on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a moment to try and figure it out here for B8. A timeout is required.
Yeah, you can't fault them for that one. 4-round deficit from the B8 perspective, starting on the CT side of Ancient. It looked like they were building up into something really cool with that 3-round streak, but just completely demolished in the past few. Kenzazor with MP9 pushing down middle, run boost up onto the rail.
Not really able to construct that elbow boost, are they? MPL goes into the B lane, catches 9, backtracking away from the ramp, and now Huns are almost funneled into an A play.
Yeah, you almost kind of force yourself to take an aggressive play that you know takes decision-making and emotion out of it. You know, you just got to go push and find a fight, and NPL's done exactly that.
Yeah, Hetrick just peeks out at a good time, catches Cobra, so further numbers going in the favor of B8, and we've now got a minute 20 left with Huns 3v5, so doesn't feel too good right now for the Mongolians to spin this one back in their favor, but we've seen them win a 2v5 already. They've got to do it again as Hetrick rips off another one. It's Score and Bartak, the next victims of the rifle, and Zeralt is left in A main.
You can tell he was a little pissed because this round has just been him saying, I'm not scared of any fight. I'm just going to stand in the open, take them all. Quad kill for Hetrick. Beautiful shooting and a solo hold of the A bomb site. Magnificent performance, trying to get his team switched on and back into this map of Ancient.
Well, they've got a chance to do so. I think grab this last round of the half. 5 is certainly a workable number.
And better than 4.
Yeah, many say.
All right, there's the
some say 8-4 is the most dangerous scoreline.
There's the elbow smokes and elbow Molotovs. Red room smoke is up as well. Actually, Elbow Smoke missed off the mark, so they will be able to stream out with complete vision. A little bit earlier the timing than B8 probably expects, but NPL and Kenzazor are ready in Donut.
Here they come, score straight up into the fight. MPL with a double, make it 3, shutting them down easily. A 5th round for B8, no problem here in round 12. And as Cobra with his last stand, no bomb in his possession and no hope as B8 with a little bit of attitude to close out the first half.
Yeah, really well done at the end from B8 in those final 2 rounds, individually stepped up. But the Huns have made it interesting, and we'll see how it concludes when we return from the break.
Welcome back to the StarLadder Major live from Budapest. We're here with B8, finally getting a little bit of life in them at the end of that first half. 7-5 down though versus the Huns in a 0-1 game on day 1 of stage 1, Jason. We thought this could be a walk in the park for B8, and so far, not the case.
Yeah, some of the frustrations that we know that they kind of fall prey to are apparent, which is why it was good they win the last 2 rounds, and now they've just got to be rushed. They're already into the B bomb site. Defense is passive, way far back.
Oh.
NPL comes right at him. Flying Glock shot.
Love to see that. 9 sending 1 back, but MPL continues to progress forward as that bomb gets planted, confirming at least the 4th spot in the next round, but B8 look like they're going to win it all.
We mentioned the last 2 rounds of that first half being, a really good recovery from B8. It was NPL with an aggressive push in the second to last round, and it was Head Trick with that kind of quad kill holding out a main that was super impressive as well. So those are the 2 guys who kind of injected a little bit more life into B8 coming into halftime.
Well, Head Trick gonna walk up, score the next victim, MPL, and Head Trick cleaning up the final 3, and that is B8 continuing the way they finished that first half.
Yeah, lovely there. I thought this was going to be a complete mop-up for B8, and I was surprised to see how many struggles they have. It's cool to see the Huns actually test them here. And I mean, you have to look at it in one sense, like if you're B8, like the conversation you guys have to have is like, we know these games are frustrating. We know some of these situations have been really rough, but at some level you have to just say this is going to battle harden us for the later stages of the major if we can qualify through. Get tested early. Show yourselves that you can handle the pressure. Show yourselves you can come back from difficult scenarios and you're going to be stronger for it. So B8 just have to take this one in stride and continue chipping away at the lead.
Yeah, full USPs. Should be no problem here. Said that in the first half, though. Then we've seen the USPs
True.
cause problems. But surely doesn't happen twice. In fact, if it is to happen, this is the best case scenario for it. There's some pressure towards the B bomb side because Huns have stacked everybody over here. In particular, 4 players short.
Oh, this MAC-10 could feast, though.
Yeah, it could.
If he gets set up, oh, they're lined up. That's great. Hold the trigger down. Nice little jiggles as you're spraying. That's really good coordination as well from B8. The ramp hit comes in at a perfect timing, and all 5 players survive. Easy mop up.
Gap is closed now as well. We've got a tied scoreline, 7-7. The way B8 have won these last 4 rounds as well has been very dominant, showing a good amount of individual skill. Now we get into what is going to be the first buy round here for Huns. They're going to be picking up rifles across the board. 9 contemplating what he wants. He can't get the AWP, so it's going to end up being just the rifles out for everyone. And for B8, a bit of a bonus. They'll keep a Mag-10. They'll keep 3 Galils. And that 1 AK-47 for MPL. The Cobra. Coiled on the B-bomb site and recoiled by MPL as it's all over, really, as MPL continues to move up. That B-bomb site has been taken, and we've ended up with B8 very dominantly taking that B site. Well, 9 could cause a couple of problems. In the red room, there's the Mag-10. It's
not any significant kill, but it's a nice reaction considering, you know Zeralt is not going to be able to do anything over from Cave, so really you're the only defender. So instead of actually trying to get towards Cube and make something, trying to force the issue, go back and clear out the mid-red room so your teammates can shift over, and then you can make the decision as a team. I think they're going to choose to save. There's no kits in play, very little utility. They're so far off.
Wow, they're staying committed to this, and that flash is just going to create a lot of pressure, but then all of a sudden, 2 kills come in, make it 3, they're right back on for this, but the Galil lining up. It's not enough. That was the last-ditch effort, and they go back into it, Jason. They didn't even really fight for it. It kind of just came to them.
I got to readjust my save meter because, yeah, that's nuts. They're pushing through the smoke to take that fight. I mentioned NPL has been one of the guys to get this team, this B8 team, activated from what was a very flat start, it felt like, in the first half. That might have been a little bit too much.
Yeah. I think so.
I think he's trying to coordinate it with a teammate who might have gone down from spam. One of his teammates died through the wall. I believe the Planter maybe from over in Jaguar.
Another frustrating round though for B8. You know, add that one to the tally.
But I can't tell at the moment if I'm forcing like this is a frustrating round for B8 because they just always look frustrated.
It should be a frustrating one. You know, it's not a happy round, that's for sure. It's a round they should have won, but it's just very frustrating, at least for us to watch that.
Yeah.
Now they end up with a bye coming back in. That was a bit of a bonus, as I mentioned at the start of the last round.
Even with a round loss, I think if you're NPL, if you're Alex as the IGL, you're kind of putting the note in the back of your head that you're sort of able to challenge the B bomb side. Like NPL was just confident, just looked for a solo fight and wins it out. So I think that's something you might go back to later on in the half.
Great kill from Essential. MPL on the follow-up. And I think, you know, you cast that last round away when you get a 2-man opener. You just got to win this one.
I think that's too much from the Huns there. Cobra, an extended fight at the box down ramp, like kind of a solo push aggression.
Right.
If Cobra gets that kill, I can kind of understand the follow-up push, but swinging out that wide, very, very dangerous that early. No setup with utility from middle or red room either. So a 5-on-3, and B8 can hit the brakes and chill. Wait for the reaction, wait for the response. Huns, for their part, aren't giving them anything, playing a very passive setup. Got Bartak keeping eyes at the A bomb site. He's got to worry about Donut and A main, and technically CT spawn. Got 9 in score, playing passive behind the cube.
Score 8K, and Essential a drop score without issue. Bomb plant will be coming up soon. As he overwhelmed the site, it's going to be Kents as well, walking away. 9 the victim. And now with Huns, absolutely no shot in this round, no competition, as B8 will tie up again.
You cannot, yeah, if you're the Huns, you can't give them that easy of rounds. I think if you're the Huns after a round like that, you kind of say, we need to play the next few more normal. Let's not, and especially because look at the timing of when the aggressive play came out, right? That huge risk. Look at the money now. You know, like you can take that kind of a risk, it feels, when your economy is not going to be devastated by it not working, but choosing to do it in that round has just put Huns at a really, really big disadvantage. Might be the exact opening that B8 need to just really like actually take the lead with a significant grip, right? They grabbed it by 1 round and it's been taken away from them. Now you have the chance to build it up into a multi-round lead.
Yeah, you got to just run with it now. Run with this opportunity. that was the question you said was a bit much from Huns to kick off the round, give the 2 early kills to B8.
I didn't mind it, but I mean, Cobra stuck around for like 3 different engagements, right? Like he had like 3 or 4 different bursts in that battle. He could have chosen any of those to back away from it and say, screw it, I'll just play a pretty standard round. I'll just go back and get into my normal positions. Timeout taken. The second for the Huns. As they talk things over and have to come up with some kind of a plan with his busted economy. You looked at me confusingly, so I'll just say I think that graphic was the first time I was wrong. You looked
I'm not
over
looking
like,
at you confused now. I'm just confused. I'm like, I see 1.
It was the second time.
And I look down on the bottom right. I see something different.
Yeah, it's all good. Just letting you know.
I'm glad you're keeping track, Jason. I trusted too much.
Took one in the first half.
I trust the numbers a little bit too much. All right, we get into this one, 8-8. We're all tied up, but B8 do feel like they've got that little bit extra in them at the moment. So on the Huns to show us otherwise as they get aggressive down into the B lane. Bartak, great work getting that early jump up onto the wall, but he couldn't get away, and he has no support, no one around. Not really like to have the weapons for it. So
yeah.
That was the one play they had available, and it's a one and done.
Yeah, it would have been great if he could have found 2 over towards lane, but the lack of any kind of like real utility down towards elbow, any of those pistols swinging could have helped him, buy him like an extra second to turn his gaze. So Bartak just goes down. Rifle can't be recovered, and that's really the only weapon that the Huns were hanging their hat on to try and win this round. So B8 going to be looking at a 9-8 lead. As Score walks out into the open at the A bomb site, thought it was all clear. They had just had it stacked and shifted away. Perfect timing for B8.
And we've enjoyed Alex taking over as in-game leader of this team, right? So I would certainly enjoy a good T-side calling half from him on Ancient.
I think that was one of the first, I think it was that Astralis game, wasn't it? With the first one in Bucharest that we casted. We were like, okay, this B8 T-side has some legs to it all of a sudden with the IGL swap. Cleaned up Astralis with 5 straight on the T-side on Ancient back then. 3D Max, they had a pretty good game as well on the T-side with 5 rounds. So yeah, they've been able to put some production into this half, and feels like from here, if there's no more hiccup rounds, if there's no more crazy rounds that you're in a huge advantage that you let slip away, B8 should be just fine, I feel. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you look at the individual scores of the players on each team and see that it's this close.
Quite a disparity.
Like, MPL has 20 kills, Headtrick has 16.
And we're 9-8 in the lead.
Yeah, Bartak has 13 kills as the top fragger for the Huns.
Yeah. So, I mean, what does that tell us?
And no one else is in double. It's just, yeah, they've been keeping it close.
Straight away, some utility going up towards the ramp. Bounces
Horrible
back off the wall.
time for this Molotov.
Yep, absolutely. Works out perfectly for the Huns. Taking some damage, some sound cues, but can they win out in the chaos as they come through the smokes? It's Essential and Bartak going blow for blow. Essential nearly killed his own teammate.
He got into the cubby. Zeralt can make a play here. They have no idea he slipped into the smoke.
Yeah, Zeralt just hanging out. They had that mid-fight go down in favor of the CTs. 9 through the smoke. The wall bang onto Headtrick. MPL on the trade, but here comes that play. Here comes Zeralt around the back. Might not even be required until finally Score is put away. But Zeralt's flank, the timing. Kenzazor has got around the corner. Gets into a better position here at Cave, but there's no way he's going to be ready for Zeralt here. Zeralt has got the round win in the palm of his hand. He's played this one perfectly, and he's got himself the kill.
That missed Molotov. That missed Molotov just ruins that round. If he's not able to make that play, if they're not able to make that push happen, man, that's going to be a different turner, I think. But brilliant decision from Zeralt as he gets blinded. A lovely flashbang from B8 to get back into the fight after that Molotov missed and they felt the pressure. Just a good position to slide and hide into the smoke when you couldn't see a thing, and it sets it up for an easy kill at the end. Third and final timeout for the B8 side of things on the T side. They've got nothing else to pause the action. Just the final timeout from Huns would help them get the coach involved. They're going to have to do it the hard way. Economy for both teams is pretty busted. This is a large swing round at the end of the game. 9-9 all tied up, and the loser of this round is going to be out of funds, out of cash to buy in the next one. So huge implications down the stretch in round 19. Both of these teams 0-1 from their initial starts to the Budapest Major. Trying to recover, trying to end the day with a little bit of positivity.
Here goes Score into the B lane. Zeralt and Score, blow for blow. Essential able to get one back here for B8. At least keeps it within touching distance, but Huns are going to be happy with the start to the CT side here.
Yeah, now you're seeing B8 miss some details. No one with eyes on that kind of push through middle. No one even considering the possibility of the jump up play.
Yeah, no one's saying this is the cleanest game of Counter-Strike so far.
Well, that's kind of what we come to expect out of B8. Like, when it looks nice, but when it's not, like, perfect, it's really scrappy.
Yeah, a lot of holes you can pick apart. A lot of threads to unravel. And we've got Essential and Hetrick starting to make their way through Cave. They get through Jag first, have a little look. It's clear. Now they'll go back to think about an A split.
It's all about the decision of Zeralt. Does he stick around for a fight? Does he go for a swing? Or does he take the information and just back away? If he goes down here, that's going to put 9 in a lot of pressure.
Now Smoke goes down on that cross on over. Here's 9 waiting for Alex to peek into the open. 9 to descend back in towards the cave. He'll retreat. In towards the temple, rather.
40 seconds, though. There's time for B8 to play with this. They're just going to come right at Donut.
Yeah, they actually already seen Alex slip through that smoke. So he's trying to time this push with his teammates coming out of the donut to put the pressure on 9's off. But the 9 sniper gets away with one more. Hetrick finally coming in with some fight here for B8, but they need another, and they need it quick. 25 seconds on that clock. Cobra in the smoke pushes forward. Alex to the kill. It's now Bartak and 9, 2v2 as bomb gets planted, denied, and then picked up again. 14 seconds. Time is a limiting factor, and Alex needs to win this on 24 HP. It's 9 moving forward. Op to try and deny, and 9 will nail the headshot.
Nasty, so ready for that peak. Was not going to get caught off guard. A brilliant clutch. And you've got a decision to make now if you're B8. Money is really, really rough. But you got 4 kills. Do you want to risk it at this stage? And I mean, such an incredible fight to come back from the early kills they sustained. A lot of long-range angles they had to get through against the AWP. All the pushes through the smoke just to go down in the 1v1. It's only pistols for B8. They have never been able to grab the lead in any kind of significant matter. They've never been able to extend the lead to 2 rounds. It's always been just that one, and then Huns responds. Incredible tenacity from the young Mongolian side with 2 rookies in the roster.
Oh, okay, eventually getting his tap. He was trying for a long time, and eventually connects on towards Kenz's door. Gonna go back again here, Cobra, to try and clean up the rest. Don't want to give too many opportunities over, especially now with Score going down. Zeralt comes in, and Cobra follows up with another kill of his own. So 11 rounds for Huns as they are getting towards that finish line here on Ancient. This would put B8 in a 0-2 category on day 1 of the Major.
Yeah, it would put them in a situation where they have to make an incredible run all the way back and do that best of 3 gauntlet as well.
3 BO3s.
Yeah, it's no fun whatsoever. Especially when you know there's a chance you might meet Legacy in one of those as well, who's now 1-1. Round 21 underway. B8 with AK-47s in utility. They've got all the toys they'd like. No elbow smoke. Huns really wanted to bait them into a fast mid play. 3 defenders here, 1 ready to break open the red room smoke. 2 players getting aggressive. They want that boost up on the ledge. And even though it was missed, it was busted and he fell, they go right back into it.
Yeah, Score getting away. Goes to the aggressive fight, decides, all right, if I'm given the opportunity to get away with my life, I'm going to play back from red, play it safe, and the Huns hunker down in search of a 12th round victory. Put them up to map point over B8 here on Ancient.
Hetrick was gathering information from his corner in A-main. That's a great find from Essential. They needed that. Zeralt going for a little bit of information and just caught.
The dink. Like, that's crazy. It looked like Zeralt was going to get nothing but a dink at least. Cobra goes to try and finish off that kill, finish off that damage, and it is nice timing here. MPL coming in towards his crosshair. Will Cobra be able to catch him? No. So MPL follows up, and even though that fight felt close and there was great opportunities there from Huns, it's now a 5v3 with 35 seconds left.
And the positions that Bartak and 9 are in, it's not easy to shift over. Obviously, Bartak boosted up. 9 is over in Donut. There's not really any good places that he can rotate to shift. So it's all on Score, and he needs a triple.
He needs to keep them at the door. Score with the first. That is it. Alex breaks him open. Head trick, keeping the pressure up on the A side. That bomb gets planted. That'll confirm the round victory. And there will be no 12th round in this one, at least, for the Huns.
All right, not done yet. 9 desperately wants to keep his hands on this AWP, but where does he decide to go and try and save? He knows Head Trick was over at the A bomb site towards A main. He's going to head in that direction, try and clear things out, find some safety. Head Trick not considering this either. NPL coming from the elbow. This shot is going to sell his position, and Head Trick slides back, and the rest of B8 is on the hunt. That AWP is so tantalizing to take it out of the hands of 9.
Oh, well, he's got the no-scope. White knuckle grip here on the AWP. They're close, and he's gone. He's lost the AWP at the final second. That is a huge victory to pick up there for B8 at the last second of the round.
Yeah, especially because even with the 3-round win streak prior to this, they never able to grow their money into anything. So 9 Zeralt, they're at about 4,000. You have a really tough decision to make. Both these teams, with the way this has been back and forth in all these close rounds, the economy is putting them in some really, really tough decisions you have to make if you want to save. And due to this, they're going to burn that third time out, talk things over. That's going to give B8 the same exact chance. NPL now with 22 kills. Head Trick at 18. Top fraggers for B8. For the Huns, it's Bartak with 15 and 9 with 14. But again, we just mentioned that AWP is not going to be in play. So the decision, do you save? Do you half buy and let them tie things up at 11 again? Do you put together a buy that's right on the edge and try and go for map point a little bit early? If you lose that one and you've kind of swung your uppercut, you're in a lot of trouble. But they're going to go for it. They're going to go for the win out of the gate.
Okay, a lot of risk thrown in, but let's see how it goes down. Huns 11-10 up over B8. A 0-1 game here at the Major.
I think this is over-eager. I think they're going to regret this.
Well, it's a good start here from Score. The mid-take has not worked out perfectly for B8. They've lost a casualty. They haven't traded it. So in terms of the start Huns were hoping for, at least they've got it.
At least they've got this. Zeralt push up in towards Jaguar. Cobra just jiggling at the top of the B ramp. Smoke's in place, so B8's going to have to hold their position for the moment. One player down, you have nobody to establish mid-presence.
Yeah, there's still going to be some really important, tough fights here.
I'm so worried about this just because of look at 9's position on the minimap, playing over and CT spawn just at the off angle, really, really passive, and it's going to be a long time for him to rotate over to the B bomb site. He shifts in just now. That might be the perfect timing.
Yeah, Cobra, needs to be careful. Gets back, blinded. Is MPL held back for the time being, and Cobra is given some mercy. He's still there. They know he's close. They trade him out. There's actually no kill coming through from him at all. Zeralt, the only player getting something done from that B bomb site defense. Now the bomb is being planted. 9 cannot deny it. And we've got a 3v3. Huns have no kits for this retake. A long flank coming in. An important kill from 9, but Score needs one of his own. He goes into the open. They're distracted, and Score gets a freebie. It suddenly falls down to this 1v1, but remember the limited time. Remember the limited kit. And Bartak's moved into the bomb site. Taps onto that. It's not going to be the stick. He's trying to pull Essential in, and the damage is given out, but the kill is picked up, and the score line is tied up.
And a recovery from the 4-on-5 for B8 in such a crucial round, and that heavy investment really, really hurts. 2 rounds of a loss bonus at the moment, though. If they don't invest too much right now, they're going to be okay for the last round, but that's going to make this one much, much easier for B8 to get up to a 12. He even gets the dink with that MP9, just not strong enough to clean things up, and there's a big cheer out of Head Trick.
B8 gathering outside of B.
$2,400 loss bonus coming in this round for the Huns. The richest player on the team has 2,100, so he's going to be sitting at 4,500. So you're going to have a very similar buy to the last round where two players are on the edge of getting like rifle and a little bit of light utility. I think you're still going to be missing kits going into that final round. Tough place for Huns to be off that ambitious buy.
Let's see what Kenzazor can do. Walks into the trap late for him. It's 1 kill on the 5-7. Effective trade from MPL, and the rest of his teammates storm into the B-bomb site.
Yeah, look how sharp they are when they can sense they have so many advantages. Not scared of any kind of a fight, just swinging in and destroying people. So 12-11 for B8. They have never had a 2-round lead in this game. The first one they get would be 13-11, right at the end. Huns have just battled to keep this so close. Had a great lead at one point during the first half, but the second one, they've never been able to run away with it.
Oh, this will be one of the most frustrating ways to go 0-2. You have 2 close games to kick off your opening matches. I mean, they've got to feel like there were opportunities here for Huns to get the job done. It's not over yet.
Again, remember the way we pitched it in the first half, too, at one point, is like they had everything they wanted if they wanted to cause the upset, right? You had the early start with a pistol. You've had like 3 rounds in this game if you're the Huns that you felt like we were in no position to win and you still came out on top.
Yeah.
You've had some gifts that they've given over, and B8 still with a chance to win it at the end of the day.
Overtime or bust for the Huns. 0-2 record awaits if they concede this round.
Score no utility, a lot of nades used early on, no kits across the board. And a lot of pressure coming into the A bomb site. Not a full commitment, but utility that makes it feel like it is.
Yeah, it's really just Alex who's stayed committed towards A. Everybody else is ready to go into that B bomb site.
I like the call, you're testing the inexperience.
You know, you're seeing how jittery Huns are in a round like this. Last round of regulation. Here at the Major in Budapest, we've got Cobra getting his rifle out, ready to go. Essential, chopping him up. That's a big kill, a big entry, followed up by a head trick, and that should be it. Unless there's something heroic from Score, and there just absolutely isn't.
Oh my god, the fake call is beautiful in this last round.
Yeah, it's perfect. In 9, he's gone. So will Bartak be. He's coming back in from heaven. But for B8, it will be a 13-11 win. They get the job done. They will get their first win here at the Major in Budapest. They bounce back with a win over Huns. I don't think they're going to feel too happy about the way in which they won this series, but at least they've got it done.
No, but this is the thing about the day one of the Major, right, with these best of ones, is yeah, it didn't look pretty. No one watching this is going to have some great influx of confidence in the B8 team, but all that matters is get through day one without being 0-2.
Oh, yeah.
Who cares about how happy you are? You can talk about that at the end of the